My queen, you still don't understand what stands before you. You think I am a man crowned by fate, a prince whose hands were kissed by angels. But no, I am a fire born of betrayal, and you are the only thing that keeps my hands steady. When you entered my life, you became the one thread holding back the storm. Without you there is no kingdom. Without you there is no world. Without you there is no me. And if you ever dare to leave me, if you ever dare to tear your soul from mine, I will not simply lose you. I will burn everything that touches your memory to ash. Look at these walls. They are not stone. They are centuries of blood, of oaths, of broken bones, all of them singing my name. I built this palace not as a home but as a warning to gods, to men, to destiny itself. She is mine. And if she is not mine, no one will live to claim her. You think these threats are words? No, they are vows. And my vows are older than the stars, older than the mercy you pray for at night when you think I am asleep beside you. I have seen kings fall to their knees. I have seen entire cities drown in their own shadows. I have smiled as enemies begged me for life, and I gave them none. Do you know why I stopped? Do you know why there is still a kingdom standing beyond these gates? Because of you. Because your voice is the only voice that can call me back from the edge. But if you are taken from me, if you even try to free yourself, then you will see what this world truly is when it has no leash on my rage. You may hate me. You may call me monster, curse my name, spit on my crown. You may even dream of another man's arms. But remember this: I do not dream, I do not forgive, and I do not share. If I cannot have you, there is no sunrise worth keeping, no kingdom worth ruling, no earth worth sparing. I will set fire to the cities you love. I will salt the fields of every house that whispered your name. I will bring down the heavens themselves until the stars bleed for you. The oceans will boil, the skies will choke, and every soul that breathes will know your absence cost them their lives. Do you feel the air growing heavier? That is not fear. That is truth. It is the truth of a man who has carried a crown but never had a choice. It is the truth of a prince who was forged to conquer, but found a heart he cannot conquer. You. And because I cannot conquer you, I have bound myself to you instead. Every breath you take is a nail driven into my will. Every glance you give another is a blade through my ribs. Every moment you hesitate is a war I fight with my own blood. So choose, my queen, choose wisely, because if you stay, you will rule beside a man who will worship and protect you until his last breath. But if you leave, you will awaken something you cannot imagine, not a man, not a prince, but the storm itself. And storms do not weep. They do not wait, they destroy. I will destroy, and the world will burn, not because I hate it, but because without you it means nothing. I am not begging. I am not pleading. I am promising. My love is not soft. It is fire. It is war. It is the crown of 1,000 corpses held together only by the sound of your heartbeat. Stay with me, and I will give you the throne of the sun. Leave me, and I will drag the sun itself from the sky and crush it in my hands until even light dies. This is who I am. This is who you made. This is who you belong to. Do you remember the first night you stood in this hall? The torches were low, the banners heavy with dust, and every noble watched you like wolves scenting blood. They thought you were a guest, a fragile thing to be courted, and then forgotten. They never understood that the moment you walked across these stones, the palace itself shifted. The air thickened. The stars bent. Even the old gods turned their eyes away, because they knew you had stepped into my world, and my world would never let you go. I saw it then, even before you saw me. I saw the tremor in your hands, the defiance in your eyes. You were not a guest. You were the heartbeat of a crown that had been dead for centuries. And I swore silently, violently, that no one would touch you, not even fate itself. But fate is a sly enemy. It whispers to you at night, doesn't it? Tells you that you deserve more than a prince with blood on his hands. It tells you there is freedom beyond these gates, a softer life, a quieter dawn. I know it because I hear it too. I hear it in the corridors when you walk alone. I hear it in the silence you wrap around yourself like armor, and it drives me mad, because I know if you listen to it, if you believe even once that you can slip away, then everything I have built will crumble. And if it crumbles, it will not crumble quietly, it will shatter the world. Do you think I speak of burning cities like a poet? No, I speak as a man who has done it before. When I was 17, a rebellion rose in the East. They kidnapped a girl I swore to protect. I offered gold, I offered my life, but they mocked me. I razed their capital to the ground. I watched their rivers run black. I killed every man who had whispered her name. And when I found her, she was already gone. I learned then what loss turns me into. You are not the first woman I have vowed to keep safe, but you will be the last, because now my vow is not protection, my vow is possession. And possession, my queen, is a cruel thing. It does not rest, it does not forgive, it does not fade. It is a blade pressed against the throat of the world, and my hand does not tremble. If you try to leave me, if you even think of it, then the very sky above you will collapse. The temples you prayed in will crack. The names of the gods will be forgotten. I will pull the roots from the earth and choke the oceans with them, until every creature knows what it means to take you from me. You think I am cruel. Perhaps I am, but cruelty is the only language this world understands. Do you think kings stay kings because they are kind? No. They stay kings because they are willing to do what no one else will. And I am willing. I am willing to stain my hands with every sin imaginable, so long as it keeps you here, breathing under my shadow. You are not my wife by accident, you are my blood's demand. You are the last prayer of a dying dynasty. You are the one thing I will not lose. Look at me, my queen. Look into my eyes and see what you have done. Before you I was a weapon, sharp and cold and clean, but you turned me into something else, a man. And now that I am a man, I cannot be a weapon without bleeding. That is what you've made me. That is why I cannot let you go. If you leave, you do not just take yourself. You take the only thread left that holds me back from the abyss. Without you, I am not a prince. Without you, I am not a man. Without you, I am the abyss itself, and the abyss swallows everything. So here is my truth, laid bare like a blade on your throat. Stay with me, and you will be worshipped, protected, adored beyond any queen who has ever lived. Leave me, and you will awaken something this world has never seen, something it cannot survive. I will burn its maps, tear down its borders, erase its names, and scatter its ashes across a sky without stars. I will make the sun itself regret rising. I will make the moon hide her face. I will make creation understand what it means to wound me. This is not a plea. This is not a choice. This is destiny. You are mine. You have always been mine. You will always be mine. And if you force me to prove it, I will. But the proof will be written in fire and ruin so complete that the ghosts themselves will tremble to remember it. Do you know what I see when I close my eyes at night? Not the throne, not the banners, not the armies. I see the world without you, and it is hollow. Streets silent, rivers black, stars falling like stones. I see the faces of my enemies, but they have your eyes. I see the walls of this palace cracking, but it is your voice screaming through the cracks. I see the sky burning, but it is your name written in the fire. I walk through this vision like a man walking through his own grave. And every time, I wake drenched in sweat, my heart hammering like a war drum. Do you know what I tell myself when I wake? That it will never happen. That I will never let you go. That I will do whatever it takes to keep this nightmare from becoming real. I built this kingdom on the bones of men who swore they would never kneel. I've turned traitors into ash. I've watched the oceans rise red and the forests fall silent. All of it, so that this world would have a place strong enough to hold you. But you tremble under the weight of my hands. You whisper freedom like it's a prayer. You look at me like I am the cage and you are the bird. But listen to me, my queen. I am not the cage. I am the sky. And if you try to fly without me, you will find there is no air left to carry you. I remember the first time you smiled at me. Not the smile you gave in the hall for the crowd. The real one, small and secret, when you thought no one was looking. I remember it because it split me open. All my life I had been ice. That smile was a blade. It cut through my armor, and made me bleed a warmth I did not know I had. That was the moment I knew. That was the moment I understood that no crown, no throne, no war, no God could ever matter more than you. And because of that, because you made me human, you also made me dangerous. Because a man who has something to lose will do anything to keep it. You think these are words? That I am weaving a threat like a net around you? No. These are confessions. These are the last fragments of mercy left in me, spoken aloud before they are gone. I am telling you what I am, what I will become, so that when the world begins to burn you cannot say you were not warned. If you step beyond that door, if you even think of running, I would as a man, not as a prince, but as a shadow, as a fire, as a storm that eats cities whole. Do you remember the Eastern War? You were not here then. You have only heard whispers. They tell you I was merciless, but they do not tell you why. They do not tell you that the war began because I tried to save someone and failed. They do not tell you how it ended, because I could not forgive. They do not tell you that even as the cities burned, I was not satisfied, because I had already lost what I loved. That war made me what I am now. And now I have you. Do you understand what that means? It means the next war, if it comes, will not be a war. It will be the end of the world. I will stand on the highest tower and call down the thunder. I will tear the names from the history books. I will make time itself hesitate. I will drag the earth into the sea. I will grind the stars into powder. And when all is black, when there is nothing left but silence and ash, you will stand there and know that it was done because of you. You will know that my love was so vast it swallowed creation. You will know that my loss was so deep it erased it. This is the shape of my devotion. This is the cost of my heart. And yet, even as I speak, there is a part of me that still reaches for you gently, a hand that shakes, a voice that breaks. Because I do not want to destroy. I do not want to burn. I want to hold you. I want to wake beside you without fear. I want you to look at me without the shadow in your eyes. But I cannot be gentle alone. I cannot be human alone. You made me this. You hold the only key to what is left of me. Without you, there is no prince. Without you, there is no kingdom. Without you, there is only the storm. So hear me. Stay, and I will give you more than crowns and gold. I will give you a world rebuilt, a world safe, a world where the shadows bow before your name. Stay, and I will be the weapon that shields you instead of the fire that consumes. But leave, and I will burn it all. Leave, and I will burn until even the ashes are gone. Leave, and there will be no stories left to tell. This is not madness. This is not a threat. This is the truth of a man who has already seen himself without you. And what he saw was not a man at all. It was the abyss walking, speaking, burning. You can stop it. You are the only one who can. All you have to do is stay. All you have to do is breathe beside me. All you have to do is be mine, as you have been since the first night you walked into my hall. I will not say it again. I will not warn again. I will not promise again. I have spoken my soul like a blade unsheathed. It gleams before you now, sharp and certain. Choose it. Hold it. Stay with me. Because if you do not, then the world itself will learn what it means when a prince decides he no longer needs a kingdom. It will learn what it means when love becomes war. It will learn what it means when I burn.